Hi everybody, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. Well, tonight I see that Candy, the wee service dog, is in the house. So hi Candy, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope your week has been well. So tonight we don't really have a topic. We'll just talk about whatever and wherever the conversation goes. Sorry to be a couple minutes late there tonight. I'm having some problems with a dental abscess that is hurting. So if I move my mouth funny, that would be why. I was on the phone with MD Live today. I shouldn't say phone, I should say video. I contacted them, and just as though I was out of town. This is one way where people who are traveling can get some medical care when they're on the road, is to contact organization or companies like MD Live for telehealth, which is exploding apparently right now. So they phoned in some antibiotics. So yeah, it was a real interesting experience. I actually have a video in the works on that with MD Live. This time, there was a lot of extra hoops, it seemed like, to jump through because I had to verify my information. You have to give them the insurance information. You want them to have the insurance information so they can bill. And it was a long process. It was a little frustrating. But then once I saw the doctor, I got set up. And then once I saw him, then it was over in like less than 5 minutes. And the nice thing about it is you get this nice little graphic that pops up, and it's a couch. And it says, "Do not leave this room." But while you're on the video and you're waiting, you can still be up and around doing different things. So I took that opportunity to try to tidy my office. I figured, why not? Because you'll know when they pop up, they say, "Hello." So, yeah. So a week's worth of antibiotics. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. So Stellar, thank you. I'm sorry, Candy, thank you. I'm sure it'll be okay. Just, a week's worth of antibiotics. We're getting ready to go out of town for a couple of days. So hopefully I'll be better in time to enjoy that. Stellar's going to step away in a bit and check dinner, which sounds like a good thing to do to me. We have Mel Mel. Hi, Mel Mel. Welcome. How are you doing? I see you're wearing your mask. Good. We all need to mask up. Hopefully all is well and a week's worth. Yeah. Hope so. Hope so. So it was just kind of frustrating, when you're on the phone with the doctor and stuff. But, kind of just redoing everything. And really, it is like a regular doctor appointment, just as though you were going into the office. Because they want to double check. You've got all these screens to go through, so you can double check what you're allergic to and what medications you're on. Which it was kind of a neat thing about that, because they somehow or other accessed the Walgreens information. So they had all of my meds laid out there. I just had to add the vitamins and things that I'm on, but made me feel a lot better. I've done this several times now, and it's always nice to know that, everything's there, and they do send a note to your regular doctor. So it's not like going to a walk-in clinic necessarily, because where they might or might not send it to the doctor and stuff like that, this one will. So that's kind of nice. So if y'all haven't tried telehealth yet, it's interesting. I'll do a video on that. Got it coming out. So, hey, thank you. I'm sure I will. It's just one of those little frustrating things you go through. The doctor was like, "Well, do you have a dentist?" And I'm like, No, because where we moved last year, the ones who are accepting new patients aren't accepting my insurance. And the ones that have that magical combination are about an hour and a half away. So it's really kind of one of those frustrating things. So there we go. Oh, Stellar does telehealth too, and she says it's better than nothing. Yeah, it's not too bad. Mel says he's heard of telehealth. So good deal. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've been real impressed so far. So, and it's nice when I'm out on the road and I'm traveling, I can just pop on the computer, and they got this thing worked out with the insurance company too, where my copay is half. So no doctor's office run, so I don't have gas, and my copay's in half. So it's almost like, why wouldn't you for relatively minor things? And yeah, caught that. Yeah, I've never used it, but hey, do what works. Yeah. And it's 7 days too, where your doctor's isn't. So I don't know that I'd go for a big thing, but sore throat, tooth, that kind of thing. Peter Parker says she hop on a computer like a bunny. Okay. But hi, Peter. How are you? So, Mel, how's life in the big city? Are the levels starting to ease up? I know they're just peaking here. The region that I'm in, we were 19th in the nation for our rate, and I think we have dropped back down now to like 40 because it didn't hit us. I've talked before, we've been in this like little bubble where nothing was happening. But then we had a festival and nobody was wearing masks at the festival. So, phew, what you going to do? But now it's coming back down. Stellar says, Mel, it's not too bad, but I hope you stay healthy and don't need it. I'll second that. Stellar is asking Peter how many days it is till Christmas. Peter's waiting for snow for Christmas. Aha. I guess people are making up for lost time with the crime. That's a shame. At least the levels are easing up, so that's a blessing. And let's see, Candy is saying, that's what my insurance provides for me. That's how I got a refill on my Vertigo at a 24-hour pharmacy. I'm blessed to have no copays. They do send a copy to my doctor as well, give me a copy by email. Awesome. I don't think I get the email thing, but I can access it online later, and they do send it to the doctor, which is really nice. When you've got several things wrong with you, you want to make sure that they're on top of it. And they even asked, which I was kind of impressed the first time they did this, and they do it all the time, but it threw me off the first time. They do ask for your temperature, blood pressure, pulse oximetry reading, blood sugar, and if you don't have it, they don't fuss at you. That's just one of those things they kind of like having. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Whoops. Peter Parker says it's 132 days till Christmas. So if you haven't gotten your Christmas shopping done yet, you got 132 days to do it. Here's the scary thing. If you get paid once a month, that's 4 paydays till Christmas. And let's see, Mel says, yes, it's a shame, but we have other issues. Pray for New York State. Pray for the country and the world. Amen. Amen. And I do. That's one thing that we can all do for everybody. It doesn't cost money. You don't have to leave home. I mean, literally, it's like the least thing that you can do for somebody, but at the same time, it's the biggest thing that you can do for somebody. And for us too. And Peter's saying hi. So, yeah. I mean, it's a small thing, but you know, the small things aren't. The small things are the big things. That's the way I look at it anyway. So anyhow, life's going well. It sounds like. Now, you all, we have this. Mel's got it right. He agrees prayer works. Because it does. And y'all, we have got, I just want to remind everybody, we've got the big luau coming up on the 29th. And we've got lays. So if anybody does not have a lay, contact me. And I'll be glad to get a flower lay out to you. So just let me know. Or maybe even a couple. Just to kind of perk it up and have some fun. Let's see what Stellar's saying. She's in a Facebook group and did a Christmas in July gift exchange. That's a neat idea. Peter says there's a cure for the COVID-19 soon, a breakthrough. I hope so. The whole world needs it. Yeah, I echo Stellar. Candy says the nice benefit is because my insurance furnishes the service so the doctor can have remote access to my medical records after you sign up. Yeah, that's wonderful. And you know, if you've got any kind of complications or if you're on any kind of, you know, medications, normally it's good to have that. I ran into a problem with a doctor's office one time that did not coordinate well. And I had some pretty major problems with it, but they got me out of it, but it was not good. So anyway, having everything together is nice. Stellar says that sounds handy candy. That rhymes. Did you intend to do that? Did you intend to do that? And you all, I have a surprise. Let me pull this up. Now, if you're already on my group, you already know about the surprise and you already know what I'm going to say. So, but I'm pulling it up now because I want to screen share this. I was chosen, my channel was chosen for this huge honor from YouTube. My channel is one of 3 of the inaugural channels that was chosen by YouTube. And I'm going through and getting this pulled up for you now because I had this all nice and arranged and I accidentally closed the tab. Does that not sound like me? Totally crazy, right? But it's exciting. And I want to pull it up and I'm so thrilled. Okay. Are y'all ready for this big announcement? Let me go into the chat right quick before we do this. Okay. Stellar says the rhyme was not intentional. That's up to you all whether you want to believe her or not. Candy says, yes, during the week, I'll do a demo of how to make a hula skirt out of a garbage bag. There you go. Hey, Stellar, don't stage me up on the humor. Peter's got a new video on his other channel, which is great. You'll have to share the channel link. And Stellar says, Candy, that's impossible. So yeah, Peter, we'll need you to share that channel link because I don't know that I have your other channel. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But if you'll email that to me, I'll share it. Okay. So here we go with the big news, the huge news, the wonderful news. Here we are. Ta-da! The United States of YouTube is a promotion that's being put on, of course, by YouTube. And the idea is that you can explore the United States of YouTube and you can see creators and small businesses from all across the country who have channels. So there are 3 channels chosen for the state of Tennessee. And looky here. We have Anne of all trades, and she does a lot of like DIY, woodworking, metal, so forth. We have Marty Ray's projects, which he is a musician, and he says he does soulful renditions and hilarious parodies. But then, if you go down the page a little bit further, ta-da! You see our channel. So I don't know how I got invited to participate in this, but I did. And there I am. I'm one of 3 YouTube channels representing the state of Tennessee. And I'm pretty sure I have it on relatively good confidence that there probably is more than 3 channels in the state of Tennessee. So I'm excited. And of course, this is because of the travel video. I'm going to pull that closer. Okay. Because of the travel videos, they said that my channel was positive, which we do try to stay positive. So super stoked, super excited about that. I feel like you guys are a huge part of this, because without you all, there wouldn't be a channel. And you all are positive. You give back lots of positive energy. And I think we kind of feed off of each other. And that positive supported place is what put us in the 3 channels. So there you go. That's my really big news for the week. And I have to say, okay, I was recognized by some presidents a few years ago. And this isn't quite as big as being recognized by a president, but I'm going to put that like, here are the presidents, and then like, here's YouTube, and then like, here's lots of other stuff. So it's crazy. Okay, you all, this is what to search for. Spider-Man, the hero, woodworking. There we go. Yep, got you on that. Okay, Stellar's going to give it her best shot to upstage Candy. Hey, Valerie's in. Hi, Valerie. How are you? How's life going for you? This is wonderful tonight. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Candy. I have to say, I'm still honestly like kind of in shock. Like, okay, the other channels have like huge followings and I don't. So I'm like, are you all sure? Like, did you pick the right channels here? But apparently this wasn't an algorithm that picked it. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, so yeah, totally crazy. Totally crazy. But I'm grateful for the opportunity. I mean, who wouldn't be? But, you know, to be up there, you know, like, okay, this Marty Ray project, for example, he has 515,000 subscribers. I mean, 515,000. I don't know what I would do for 515,000 subscribers. I mean, can you like even imagine this? Because I sure can't. And then like Anne of all trades. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna double check hers because it's a lot. I'm Anne of all trades. Whoops. I didn't need to pull that up. Okay. She's got 169,000 subscribers. And then there's me. So I'm like kind of freaked out. Just going to say, it's like, how do you react? Like, what do you say when someone gives you like this huge accolade, this massive vote of confidence in something that you're doing? Like, what do you do? Not rhetorical question, by the way. So I could use some guidance. And let's see, Valerie got booted off, but she is back. So welcome back. And Peter Parker is laughing at Val. Okay. So like, seriously, guys, like, and ladies, what do you do? Because it's really thrown me for a loop. And I'm like, honestly, like, pinch me. Is this a dream kind of thing? So, yeah, it's just kind of like, wow. So anyway, I do feel like you guys are a huge part of that. Now, I do want to ask, because I've got a sticky note over here. And it says, remind everybody to click like. So, y'all, don't forget, if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up. Valerie says, such awesome news. Thank you. Yeah, like, I was so excited. I still am excited. So this will be another great thing to celebrate for the luau on the 29th. 29th at the regular time. That's 2 weeks from today, and I have lays. So if you need some floral lays, let me know. I'll get them out. Thank you, Peter Parker. Thank you. So yeah, Valerie, I did pick up some pencils to send to you for the kids at Christmas, but that's really all they have at Walmart. We don't have, doesn't seem like we have a lot of stuff out this year. Either that or I'm just so late that it's all gone poof and gone bye-bye. But I'll work on getting those out to you soon. And Valerie says, I gave a thumbs up with my broken thumb, LOL. I was so sorry to hear about your thumb. Now, let me ask, is this the thumb that got hurt like a few months ago? Like May or something? Is this the same one? Because I'm like, I hope not. Because it always seems like a second injury is worse to heal than a first injury when they're back to back like that. Okay, good. Every little thing helps, she says. Awesome. Well, I'm glad. It's not much, but I tried. Oh, end of June, Valerie is saying. I thought it was longer than that. Ouch. Well, I hope it heals quickly and fully for you. That's rough. Because I know when I hurt my shoulder back to back, of course, the second time I hurt it was the worst, but it was just lots more problems. Let's see. Plum Bob's asking, Peter's asking, did you hit your thumb with a hammer? And Plum Bob is in. Hi, Plum Bob. Welcome. Okay, Valerie says that they said it wasn't broken. For you that just came in, Valerie's thumb is injured and it's broken. So she heard it a few months ago, and she's saying that they said it wasn't broken, but it really was. I went to get a second opinion because it wasn't getting better. Oh, no. She slipped in some mud by the garden and fell on her hand. Wow. And Peter says, sorry to hear that. I'm going to echo that too. I'm sorry. It's really frustrating when they get it wrong. I remember with Stellar, we were in an accident once, and we all had to go to the ER because the accident was such that I totaled the car. So we go to the ER, and I tell the doctor, I'm like, her nose is broken. The doctor says, no, it's not. It's just swollen. And I said, excuse me, you've known her for 15 minutes. I've known her all her life. Her nose is broken. Yeah, they wouldn't listen to me. It was broken. So I'm sorry that your thumb is broken. And thank you, Plum Bob. Oh, I appreciate that and that vote of confidence. And Stellar, oh, yeah, you were on top of that before me. Well, that's a wonder. I'm glad it was not. Can you imagine all this time if your finger had been displaced? Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully it'll hurry up and heal. Peter slammed his finger in the middle of the door and that hurt. Ooh, yeah, just thinking about that hurts. And Candy's saying hi to Plum Bob. So Plum Bob, how's life going for you? I hope things are well up there and that you're doing great and that nobody you know is sick. We're going to hope for that. He says hi and sorry. But I can't. But Stellar, at least your nose was in a position where it could heal without you moving it, you know? Here we have poor Valerie. She's got to use her thumbs. That's going to put a dent in your knitting. So I hate that. And doctors are great, but they do mess up sometimes. Let's see, Plum Bob says things are okay. No one is sick. Yay. And says he's doing good. So fabulous. I'm glad. Because this day and age, I mean, come on, it's all about staying well. All about staying well. And speaking of staying well, I did this comparison, and I know Valerie saw it because she left a comment. I did this comparison on disposable masks. So if anybody needs a disposable mask that's like really good, I think I looked up on some because I did the video and I saw where some other people on YouTube had done videos. So kind of emulated them. I tried blowing through a candle. I set it on fire. I poured water in the mask to make sure it would hold water. And I checked it with my pulse oximeter to see what my oxygen was before and after, both indoors and outdoors. It probably was the most fun I've had on a review in like any of them, because how often do you get to try to set things on fire? So if you have a minute or a few minutes, go check that out. Valerie says it's hard to knit and sew. I can imagine. Whoo! Plum Bob's changing jobs. October 1. That's going to be here before you know it. I hope that goes well. That's so exciting. I'm sure you're going to be stressed. But new jobs can be the best change ever. And Valerie, how long do they think you're going to, how long do they think it's going to be before your thumb heals and you can get back to doing what you love to do? Let's see. And Candy says she's working on her granddaughter's crochet dress still. Yes, I saw that video, Gail. I'm glad you saw it. Now, let's see. Plum Bob says, I've been working for a small company with only 3 people. I'll be going to a large company. More stability, but a new job and people nonetheless. Absolutely. But, you know, if it's more stability, you got to go with that change. And small companies are having a really hard time right now. So that's exciting. Keep us posted. Keep us posted on that. And I don't even know what to say to this. One of y'all is going to have to address this because my. Okay, Plum Bob, I'm going to take your word for that. Hey, Big Tom's van is in. Hi, Big Tom's van. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, the white 2-pack, the elusive white 2-pack, the person who does the videos that keep disappearing before I can go click on them. It is good to see you, white 2-pack. Not much here. Hope there's lots going on your way. See, Valerie says they said to keep the brace off for 3 weeks, then go to a hand specialist for physical therapy. Haven't been able to bend the thumb since June. Ooh. Well, I bet with the physical therapy or occupational therapy, whichever one they do, hope that takes care of it. If you tell them that you like to knit, surely they'll work on that stuff first. Hope so. But keep us posted. Let's see. Candy says, I'm setting up my Patreon tiers for Candy the Wee Service Dog channel. Yay! Good for you. I have a Patreon account, but I don't do a whole lot with it. I need to hop on that more. Yeah, you guys can talk about that. Oh, I guess it's hot. It sounds like where you are. Candy says, hi, the white 2-pack. Yeah, living in the mountains, it can be much different in temperature readings. So, yeah. Okay, where did everybody go? There you are. Okay, lost you all for a second. So, Candy's getting her Patreon tier set up, and we've got Plum Bob changing jobs, and Big Tom Span is sweaty with all he's doing, and Candy's saying hi to White 2-pack and saying it's hot in Cincinnati. I guess it's hot everywhere this time of year, but some places are hotter than others. At least we can be glad we're not in Arizona, right? I'm going to pull up something and make sure I heard right. Yep, I did. They have got a heat warning in Lake Havasu, Arizona. Can you believe? Check this out. 119 degrees. 119. Holy cow. The high for the day is supposed to be 120. The low is 93. And that is the actual temperature. But over here, in however you pronounce it, Topock, it's 123. Holy cow. I don't know about you all, but somehow my temperatures just look a whole lot better. Let's see. Big Tom has been working on his van to make more room in the van. Valerie says Steve's out of town, it's her husband, and that her son came to hang out with her for the weekend. So good. That'll make any weekend awesome. And Big Tom's van is saying, great new job. Oh, Peter says you can fry an egg and bacon in Arizona. What? Yep. 123, 119, and 123. Whew, on the sidewalk. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Actually, you could really go to town with a little solar oven out there. Okay, Stellar's going to go eat. The dinner's done. Okay, bye, Stellar. See you later, hun. Plum Bob says, thanks, Tom. I'm getting to that age where I'm lucky to get on with a company. Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but you're there. Big Tom's fan says, yeah, you can fry an egg, but coffee won't boil. It might in Arizona. And it might with a solar oven. I did that when we were going out west 2 years ago. Made a little solar oven, and you can do that just out of a box. And you put foil in it, you do the box, and then you set it toward the sunshine, and you just kind of keep moving it toward the sunshine. And I think where we were is like around 90 degrees outside, so it wasn't super hot. And I set it in the sun, kept moving the box around. And Cassandra, the girl that was with me, was like, "What are you doing?" And it kind of confused her. But in just a few minutes, we took Tomlin for a short walk. We came back, and boom, I had water that was hot enough to steep tea. So eventually, the coffee might boil. It was really kind of fun thing to do. It was very helpful on the trip. One of the things I liked about it, Big Tom's van, is it doesn't take up a lot of room in the van. You know, you can fold it down flat and drag it out when you need to. And actually, what I did when we were in, I think it was Oregon, where we were at the time, I just wound up actually just putting the foil up again around the bottom of this and up against the cooler, and just kind of tucked it with two things next to it. I didn't even take my solar oven necessarily out of the van. Put the whole thing in a baking bag, like you would cook a turkey in the oven. Put that whole thing in there and went for a walk and came back. It was really hot. Turned around, did the same thing with my husband last summer when we were coming back from Alaska. We got to Texas, and of course, everything's different in Texas. And it was warm out there too. He wanted to go into the NASA museum, and I said, okay. I don't, because I've like seen it 3 times before. And I said, tell you what, I'll make some couscous while you're in there. That'll be what we have for dinner. So he goes in, and he's in there around an hour, comes back, and he was like, what have you done? And I'm like, I made the couscous with the solar oven outside, because he was concerned. We got the van set up on solar, but he was concerned that the inverter and the batteries weren't going to pull the hot pot, which it would have. I promise you, I've done that. So, boom, did it with the solar oven. He comes back and he's like shocked, and I'm like, I told you so. So there you are. Let's see. Big Tom's fan says they're sold now. That's cool. Plum Bob's saying buy the Stellar Piper. That's quite a setup, Gail. Hey, if it works, it works. I am not going to argue with what works. Let's see. Plum Bob is getting the dinner bell as well. He's got to go eat. And good night if he doesn't get on before we're done. And congratulations again, Gail. Thank you, Plum Bob. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. I hope your dinner is great. Speaking of dinner, we have Chef Orrell Young, who has just joined us. Chef Orrell, we were just talking about Arizona and the heat wave. I pulled up the temperature for Lake Havasu at 119. Couldn't believe it. So it's good to see you, Chef Orrell. I hope that you're finding some way to stay cool. Chef Orrell is out west too, y'all. So we all have to be careful with this summertime weather, that's for sure. But you, out in Arizona, have to be especially careful. Let's see. Candy is saying hi also to Chef Orrell. And just a reminder to everybody, please click like. Give me a thumbs up on the video. So, really? Arizona is not hotter than Dubai? Oh my gosh. I would have expected Dubai to be a little cooler. Wow. Okay. So you're ready for the cold winter jacket when everybody else is dying of heat. Wow. I can't imagine. I really can't imagine. And I know that the heat in Arizona is a dry heat, and you always hear, oh, well, a dry heat's not like, like Mississippi heat where it's like 100 degrees and 110% humidity. But hot is hot. Woo! Wow. Oh my gosh. Dubai is 100 to 135 degrees humidity when we left in July, and I am pretty sure my heart just skipped a beat on that one. Wow. The dry heat makes a difference. Okay. How so? Because I always felt like when I left North Carolina or Tennessee and we drove out to Arizona, it was like we get to Lake Havasu. It's like 4th of July weekend, and the thermometer on the bank was heart stopping. But I always felt like hot's hot. Big Tom's fan says now there is snow in Santa Fe. Holy cow. Okay, y'all, here's the deal. Somebody has pissed off Mother Nature. So if anybody that has an address for Mother Nature, please send her flowers and chocolate. It looks like she needs it. The humidity instantly made us wet in Dubai. It just feels nasty. Oh. You do? Wow. Okay. Big Tom's fan says no is there. I think he's talking about the weather in Santa Fe. Maybe that's just up in the mountains. Maybe kind of like northeast of Santa Fe or something. Or I guess Santa Fe is kind of in the mountains though. I'm trying to think. Yeah. I've only been to Santa Fe once. So I can't remember for sure, but holy cow, I'm telling you all, if you have Mother Nature's address, flowers and chocolate, send her flowers to remind her that this is supposed to be pretty weather. It's not supposed to flood. It's supposed to grow nice green things. And the chocolate's just a peace offering. Because good grief. Unbelievable. But weather can be very different. I know that one year we went up to Glacier National Park, and I was trying to get our crew to consider the altitude for Glacier. And I'm like, it can be a whole lot colder at Glacier, up like around Logan's Pass and whatnot. And I'm like, it can be a whole lot colder up there. And they're like, oh no, it's like 90 degrees down here. It's not going to be cold up there. We get up there, closer to the top of the mountain, not at the top, but closer to it. It's snowing. 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Chef Arel said he misses snow. Are you? Well, now you're going to be within driving distance of snow, right? Of the mountains. Steph Orell says the last time he saw snow was 2014. Okay. Oh, and Big Tom's fan said 81 and no snow, thank goodness, in Santa Fe. That's cool. Very, very nice. So, Chef, you're going to be close to the mountains, right? Or no? Within a drive. You're still going to drive, but isn't going to be just a few hours from that? Because if you are, you got to go skiing in the snow. As soon as Mother Nature sends it. Yeah. pack up and go and get those snowshoes on and get the skis set up. So, I bet have your kids seen snow? Chef Orel is laughing. Okay. You're not too far, are you? Okay, yeah. From where I'm thinking of, I mean, it's still a drive. It's still like 6 hours. San Angelo, Texas is 100 degrees now and 15% humidity. Good heavens. Okay, Peter, thanks for coming in. You have a good week. Oh, wow. 3 continents left to visit? Wow. You send lots of videos from Antarctica. That's got to be amazing. A friend of mine was going to go a few years ago, and I was like, take lots of pictures. And then she couldn't go because the trip got canceled. So I hope that you get to go and do take lots and lots of video, because I would love to see Antarctica from like the POV of a real person, not like National Geographic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Nat Geo, okay? But for a real person to go and be there and to take videos, oh my gosh, I would love that. So take lots and lots. And Candy is saying bye to Peter. Oh, thank you. It's my husband. He tried to do an upgrade for me, and I think he did pretty good. It's really not as expensive as it looks, too, which is nice. Orel says, probably looks like upstate New York in winter. Okay, Valerie. He's talking your language when he talks upstate New York. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm hoping, Big Tom's fan, about the equipment, I'm hoping that I'll be able to use this on the laptop in the van, because the arm folds down pretty small, which, of course, as you know, it's critical for a van. So that's my hope. We'll make sure it meets reality by testing it out. And Valerie is saying she was born and raised in upstate New York. That's why I said he was talking your language when he said that it probably looks like upstate New York in the winter. But that would be so amazing. And Big Tom's fan is saying bye to Spidey. So let's see. She says that winter is too cold for her, that she likes Virginia. I don't blame you. Because getting to go to Alaska in winter was really, really nice. But I was only there for less than a week. I am not sure I would want to do it like all winter long, all winter, But I can't imagine that would be anything like Chef Orel. Lots of band people do podcasts. Yes, they do. They do indeed. Oh, Chef Orel was born and raised in downstate New York. That's cool. That's either got to be Brooklyn or Bronx or Queens, maybe Long Island, Jamaica. Let's see. Candy says she loves snow, but not the cold temps. Yeah. Fortunately, we got lucky in Alaska and we had lots of snow, but we didn't have so much on the cold temps. The week before, it was -10. The week we're there, it's 30. All right. Chef Orel says Manhattan. Okay, there you go. That's like one of the favorite places on earth. Yes. No other borough matters. And we might have to talk about that just a little bit. There's some other boroughs out there that matters. Yes, sirree. And oh my gosh, so close to the beach. I know you all, people don't usually think about New York having beaches, but Long Island, Gilgo Beach, Jones Beach, great beaches. During the week. During the weekends, it's a little crazy. Better to be in Manhattan on the weekend. But that's so neat. Big Tom's van is dreaming of a white Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? But only on Christmas Day. Like, if it could just snow like that one day and then melt and go away, that would be nice. Or just melt off the road. It can stay on the trees and the ground. Just bye-bye on the road. So people can get around. That's the way it needs to be. Now, Chef, you and Valerie both have your experiences with snow, being both of y'all from New York State. Because I know even lower Manhattan and stuff, it still gets cold, still snows. But Big Tom's van doesn't have that magic power. So maybe you guys can just entice Mother Nature to send some of it his way. And Chef says he's going to go start dinner and everyone have a great weekend. Chef, thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a great weekend as well and a great dinner. And y'all, I'm going to hop off here in about 5 more minutes. There you go. You can get some snow first. Run over to the mountains and go skiing, and then send some of it down for him. Valerie remembers the snowstorm of 77. Uh-oh, that must have been a doozy. And Candy says, bye, Chef. So, Valerie, what happened in the snowstorm of 77? Inquiring minds. I know Knoxville thinks they had a big snowstorm. They call it the blizzard of 96. They had snow drifts of like 36 inches. But for upstate New York, you guys probably laugh at that because you have that much more frequently than like every 20 years. And Big Tom's van remembers too, it sounds like. So tell us about the 77 blizzard. Did it like sweep up the whole eastern seaboard or like coming up? Or no, I shouldn't say eastern seaboard, but did it like come up from Mississippi and go on up and so forth? Oh, wow. People got stranded in their cars and you couldn't see the cars on the road. Snow covers them. Oh, wow. Candy says her son was born in that blizzard, 52. Wow. So that must have been a humdinger. Well, let's hope we don't get that kind of snow. I like for it to be enough to be pretty. Snow drifts up to the rooftops. Wow. Now, I can imagine that, but the only reason I can imagine that is because of being in Alaska last year. But, you know, I I didn't even see snow up to rooftops in Alaska. There was like this huge pile where they piled it up. But snow on a rooftop? Wow. That must have been scary. I know with the blizzard of 93, I think I said 96 a minute ago, but it was 93. They had to send out the National Guard. Did they have to do that for you all in 77? Candy had to stay 4 extra days in the hospital because there were snow drifts 6 feet. Holy cow. Wow. In the lower 48. That's a freaky thing. Unbelievable. We don't ever get snow like that. Was it one of those, what they call like 100-year weather events? Valerie was 16 years old. She says no school. I bet you like that part. Oh gosh, a week before the blizzard, you had 98 degrees. So Mother Nature hasn't always been sort of schizophrenic. I mean, Mother Nature has always been sort of schizophrenic, it sounds like. Surely to goodness, though, that helped keep it at bay a little bit as far as accumulation. Because I'm sitting here thinking, if the weather was warm and then you had snow, I can't imagine what it would have been if it hadn't been warm the week before. Wow. Sometimes we don't know how lucky we have it. 77 in Chattanooga, everything just closed until it melted. Wow. Stellar, I don't think even you would like this snow, but hi and welcome back. They're talking about 6-foot snow drifts. They had a blizzard of 77, which makes the blizzard of 93 look like a walk in the park, it sounds like. Although we kind of got lucky with the blizzard of 93. My family did. I was supposed to be on Signal Mountain for that, and a lady called me literally about 2 hours before I was supposed to take the shift, and she's like, hey, I live up on Signal Mountain. Would you like me to take your patient? And I'm like, would I ever? But even that was not like 6 feet. Yeah, I told you, Stellar. Candy says, no, we got 1 foot of snow per 90 minutes until we had 4.5 feet. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see why, Valerie. Valerie's saying she's seen enough snow for a lifetime and doesn't care if she sees any more of it. I hear you. Unless you go someplace really interesting. What on earth? I don't know what that was. It was before we had equipment here. Yeah, I remember somebody telling me that it was a really big deal when Chattanooga bought a snowplow. And I was like, me in my little younger naive life was like, how can it be that big of a deal to buy a snowplow? But then we moved and I saw why. And somebody was, during the blizzard, I think it was of 93, was it Birmingham that didn't have a snowplow, and they also had like 2 feet of snow? Got to thank those city planners. All right, y'all. Well, it is 8:02, and I think in about one more minute, we're going to call it because my jaw. And Valerie says, I did love seeing the snow in Alaska, but I didn't like the cold. Alaska was beautiful. See, Alaska kind of puts snow in like a different category because you expect it to be amazing. It's not like, because you know it's cold. So it's not like you get hit out of the blue. Big Tom's fans like standing outside in the snow so you can hear it falling. It's so quiet. That is pretty nice. Okay, I do have to say that. That is nice. So maybe we could just have a nice, quiet 1 or 2 little snowfalls. And that's it. But I'm glad we're talking about snow because it's summer and it just kind of, just kind of cools you off a little bit to think about snow and the quiet of standing outside. Except with Valerie. Valerie's going to think about warm weather and fish while we're talking about snow. You're welcome, Big Tom. Don't know what I did, but you're welcome. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you have a good day tomorrow and a great week. A snow-free week, too. All right, y'all take it easy, and we will see you Saturday at 7 p.m. And then 2 weeks, we have the luau. So if you're participating and you haven't signed up yet, let me know because we have prize packs as a thank you for anybody that participates afterwards. So just let me know. And you all have a bodacious week, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.